Here are your names. Mr. Brown, Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Blue, Mr. Orange, and Mr. Pink.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
Because you're a faggot, all right?
Why can't we pick our own colors?
No way, no way. Tried it once, it doesn't work. You get four guys all fighting over who's gonna be Mr. Black. But they don't know each other, so nobody wants to back down. No way, I pick. You're Mr. Pink. Be thankful you're not Mr. Yellow.
The Oxford Dictionary describes color as the property possessed by an object of producing different sensations on the eye as a result of the way it reflects or emits light. This definition describes color in a literal sense, how we as humans can process light through three channels, red, green, and blue. But what about in a metaphorical sense? Color is used as a device in the film industry not only to make scenes look appealing, but to make us feel something when seeing the film. Characters in these films have a deeper meaning to them, working in multiple layers to tell a story. A character may have a special line like "Nobody calls me chicken" from Back to the Future, or have a piece of clothing that completes them like Indiana Jones's hat or whip. Color and the use of costume design play an integral part in creating a vibrant world that our characters can thrive in. The theory of color, and its various schemes such as complementary, triadic, and monochromatic, create a visual aesthetic to bring the film and the world to life. But what about the characters themselves? What does color have to say about them and the world they live in? The main characters like Satoru Kaneda and Tetsuo Shima and Katsuhiro Otomo's masterpiece Akira show the struggle of power between two protagonists. Color in this film does not only reflect the characters, but also the post-war dystopia of Neo-Tokyo in 2019. The vibrant neon as well as the population of violence and security are portrayed through color itself, as if it were its own character in the story. If we take a look at Kaneda's outfit, we can see that the color red symbolizes power and leadership toward his gang, as Tetsuo wears gray to symbol his lack of confidence and role within the group. Tetsuo was never given power. He was always pushed around by his peers and lived in the shadow of Kaneda.
I wish you'd just go away and leave me alone.
What?
You think I'm a loser? It's not my fault I was smaller. Well, there'll come a day when I'll show all of you. Don't you forget it!
This motivated some of the actions he took when getting psychic powers, so by the end of the story, you see a shift in power as he dons a red cape and terrorizes the Neo-Tokyo ruins. With the main color being red, it contrasts with the other vibrant purples, oranges, greens, and pinks that bring the society to life. Neo-Tokyo wants to be more than just a city of violence, but ends up being portrayed as a flower without water for it to grow and flourish. Another great example is in the film Her, directed by Spike Jonze. We see an optimistic view of the future and its inhabitants. Instead of the bright and harsh neon lights of a damaged society, we're treated by pastel colors of reds, pinks, browns, blues, and whites. The film uses color to reflect upon fantasy versus reality, and whether Theodore, the main protagonist, should feel love for his operating system Samantha, or find love in his real life. Red doesn't show power, but does represent Theodore's passion and desire to find love in a society ran by technology. He struggles to blend with the other people in his life. Since red is such a dominant color in contrast to the lighter pastels in the film, we ultimately see that Theodore is isolated but feels alive and content with Samantha. Color in itself is a concept that always keeps us guessing. We not only use it in film, but also as a reflection of ourselves as a society. When radio ruled the world and when color television dominated the market, we've evolved in searching for context in one's work. Art in its various forms are everywhere. From geometrical paintings of the past to the metaphorical films we see today, we've seen time and time again that anyone can be an artist. Watching a film only gets an audience so far. When you feel the film, you'll see more than just color. Thanks for watching.